second session of the 64th Congress into order. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing for a moment of reflection. You may all be seated. I would now ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Oh Lord. Okay. Speaker pro tempore Danny. What do we have? Speaker pro tempore Danny will be marked as absent. Moving on. Representative Parker is here via proxy. Representative Fanzon.
Present.
Thank you. Representative Owen.
Present.
Thank you. Representative Atisius. Representative Atisius will be marked as absent. Representative Sol. Did he say present?
Present.
Mr.
Okay. Clerk.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk.
Moving on. Representative Praxis.
Present.
Thank you. Representative Dodge. Representative Dodge will be marked as absent.
Mr. Clerk.
Mr.
Sorry?
Clerk.
Representative Doge.
Jesus Lynn and Representative Doge are here via proxy.
Oh, all right. Will be noted. Representative Ponix. Thank you. And finally, Representative Leo.
I am present.
Hold up, I think he's on the proxy. Yeah, Representative Leo is on proxy. Mr. Speaker, we have a problem.
I am present.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it's so hard to do it through my phone, so excuses for that.
on House Joint Resolution 6403. Hearing 6 ayes, and I believe 2 ayes from proxies, the joint resolution passes. I will now be hearing any request for the floor regarding the second resolution on our agenda. Hearing none, I will
Mr.
now be
Speaker,
hearing Representative Leo.
I motion to proceed to a vote on HR 6401.
Is there a second?
I second.
And a sufficient second, we will now move to a vote on House Resolution 6401. With 5 ayes, 1 nays, and 1 abstain, with 2 proxies from, 2 proxies, the resolution passes. I will now be hearing any motions for the floor or to vote on House Resolution 6402.
Mr. Speaker,
Representative Organized Owen.
I motion to move 2 months. I'm just trying to get the thing on. I motion to move to House Resolution 6402.
Is there a second?
I second.
And a
Mr.
sufficient
Speaker,
second, we will now Representative Leo.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
All right. I believe there was legislation passed that required a purpose section for a bill as per resolution. I'm not sure how that's specified, but I would ask that Representative Clemson, I believe it was, who authored it, speak onto the purpose of this bill, please, and thank you. I yield the floor.
Thank you, Representative. Would Representative Funzone like the chance to respond?
Sure, Mr. Speaker.
All right, you have the floor.
Well, I think the purpose of the bill is quite simple. It's to make sure that all House bills, resolutions, joint resolutions, and so forth are required or recommended to follow the formats provided to all representatives to the House to ensure their official use and purpose. I yield.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker,
I will now, Representative Leo.
I request the floor once more.
You have the floor for 2 minutes.
All right. I just wanted to state that the House has not recognized any official template as the official House bill template. There has been a listed one, but it's not been recognized by the House. So I would like the representative to recognize that. And I was attempting to amend it in committee, but seeing that it got shoved through within 10 minutes before I could actually do anything, and I did not have self-service then, that amendment was unable to be made. So I yield the floor.
Thank you, Representative. I will now be hearing any motions to vote.
Mr. Chairman,
I assume you mean Speaker.
or Mr. Speaker,
Representative,
I motion to refer this bill back to committee.
is there a second? Hearing a objection, what is the purpose of your objection, organized Owen representative?
Mr. Speaker, I kind of knew this was coming, but back when this committee did, this joint resolution was passed via a majority within committee, and the representative who obviously did object during the committee had quite a few hours to object before it reached a majority. So I don't feel the need for it to be referred back to committee when it's already reached a majority within committee. I yield.
Thank you. Since nobody seconded Representative Leo's motion to move it back to committee, it does not pass in the first place. Now I am hearing motions to vote, please.
Mr. Speaker,
Representative Organized Owen,
I motion that we vote on this resolution.
is there a second?
I
I
second.
Hearing
second.
a sufficient second, we will move to votes. Hearing, because of proxies, I think either 7 or 8 ayes, 0 abstains, and 2 nays. The resolution passes the House floor. Having exhausted all of our business within the agenda for the session, I will now allow for a brief period for any closing remarks.
Mr. Speaker,
Representative Danny.
I wish to make a brief statement.
You have the floor, Speaker Pro Tempore.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of this House, in the past 2 weeks, we have been making somewhat of a steady progress from reviving the post-presidential Protection Act, which I thank again Representative Effes for doing so, even though he's not here today. We have also moved on to also discussing the HLS. Now I can say with confidence that although the HLS committee is a hard thing to schedule, I hope that we be able to schedule it to next week, which I am working diligently with my fellow members in the Committee for Homeland Security and Intelligence to do so, especially the Secret Service Director. In this house, we are all about accountability and including of the importance of ensuring that this government runs within the checks and balance put in place. Once again, I am proud of the work that we are doing here. I would also like to make a further statement that I am announcing that I do not intend to make a fourth run in the end of my term. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker Pro Tempore. I will now be hearing any other requests for the floor.
Mr. Speaker,
Representative Organized Owen.
I
And then
request the
Ryan,
floor.
you have the floor, and Ryan, you can state your thing after.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to agree with a fellow colleague within the House, the Speaker Pro Tempore. I believe the House this term is definitely making great progress, and hopefully in the weeks to come we'll start to see more pieces of legislation being passed and put through the House. I'm also sad to hear that Speaker Pro Tempore will not be running for another term. He's committed. He's been committed all throughout his terms within this House, and he'll be dearly missed within this chamber. And I indeedly thank him for his service. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield.
Thank you, Representative. House Parliamentarian Ryan, what would you like to point out?
None of Danny's votes counted.
In the game chat log, I assume you're referring to?
Yes, because he's on the visitors team and not on representatives.
Oh God.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Clerk Astronaut, were you able to record keep it properly?
Whose vote didn't count?
Danny.
Danny's, were you still able, however, to record it? Ellie?
Yeah, sure, no worries.
All right, thank you. Um,
Mr. Speaker, am I able to give my vote for the first piece of agenda? I don't think that one was recorded. Sorry.
If you were not at the session yet, then you weren't able to vote. However, if it
Understood.
didn't get recorded, then the chat logs, then the clerk should have had it recorded, so you don't need to worry about it.
Alright.
All right.
Just send me your voting record and I'll log it in the National Archives.
All right, wonderful. Seeing as no one else has requested the floor for closing remarks, I will now be hearing any motions towards the adjournment of the second session of the 64th.
Mr. Speaker,
Representative Organized Owen,
I motion that we adjourn today's session.
is there a second?
I second.
Hearing a sufficient second, this the second session of the 64th Congress of the House of Representatives is hereby adjourned. Thank you all.
Oh my god, I'm never ever ever doing again a phone game.
Thank you for joining for this live stream. Thank you for joining for this live stream at cspan.com. If you wish to view any more legislative sessions, go to cspan.osfusa.com. Thank you very much for joining.
And also, I would like to make the disclosure. The last sentence I said in that